Hey, this is Brett the Hitman Hart, and you're listening to the Smacked Raw podcast.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Smack Raw podcast. This is our Slammiversary 2020 predictions episode, like you just saw last night on our Extreme Rules predictions. My name is Vince. I got Mr. 8984 again. We are recording 2 days in a row. We're dropping 2 predictions episode in a row. Mean Jelly Beans Productions over there in the background. What is up, my man? How are you doing, Aaron?
Not much. I'm kind of hype about this. I just recently got back into Impact, and I'm loving what they're putting down.
Hey, they got a lot of people excited with that little like teaser trailer video that they dropped, where it had like a bunch of like the Black Wednesday like release people from WWE. You saw the Canellises, you saw Eric Young, you saw Gallows and Anderson, EC3, Drake Maverick. I think even Heath Slater. They teased the Bulgarian flag for Rusev as well. So. There's some stuff where we might see some of these guys show up in the pay-per-view. They've been teased there, obviously. But this is an exciting card, man. Honestly, I get more excited for Impact Wrestling when it comes to Slammiversary as opposed to Bound for Glory, even though Bound for Glory is their WrestleMania and this is basically their SummerSlam. I think they should just flip the switch. They should just like focus on Slammiversary. It has a way better name. The aesthetic of the entire thing feels like a bigger show than Slammiversary. I'm with it, man. I think this pay-per-view is gonna be really, really good. I think it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 matches. Yeah, it's like 6 matches, and they're all gonna get time. This should be fun, and it's gonna be a nice little palate cleanser, a nice little like get you like into the wrestling mood because Extreme Rules will be the following day, and this is gonna have way more actual better in-ring wrestling than Extreme Rules. Extreme Rules is just gonna have a bunch of gimmick matches. This is actually gonna be some really dope ass like wrestling in there, so I'm excited for that.
Sure.
Before we start the episode, we want to remind you guys to go ahead and give this episode a thumbs up on YouTube. Comment down below what your predictions are for Slammiversary, and also go ahead and check out the Extreme Rules predictions we dropped last night on Tuesday. And again, turn on the notice so you know when a brand new episode drops. We're having a busy week this week. 2 predictions, 2 pay-per-view recaps, our 4 regular weekly recap shows, plus unpopular wrestling opinions, which you're going to debut on, if I'm not mistaken, RN.
Yeah, we had a hell of a good time. Actually, it's probably my favorite show that we do right now for sure, too.
For sure. It's pretty fun. We got some guests lined up in the following weeks. Hopefully everything falls according to plan. Very excited about this show, but we're also excited about predictions. Go ahead and give this episode a download, and wherever you consume all your audio podcasts, go ahead and check us out on youtube.com/SmackRawPod and on WrestlingNewsWorld.com. We are the exclusive wrestling recap podcast for Wrestling News World. So yeah, let's start things off with one of my favorite things about Impact Wrestling, the Knockouts division. I feel like they probably have the best women's division in all of wrestling. NXT is really there. I think it's neck to neck with them. Yeah. It really just depends. Right now, NXT feels like they're lacking in that division. Oh my gosh, is Impact Wrestling stacked with the Knockouts. So we're going to start things off talking about the number 1 contenders gauntlet match, women's gauntlet match, and then the winner of this obviously gets a Knockouts championship opportunity against like the winner of Jordan Grace versus Deonna Purrazzo. But let's start things off. We have Madison Rayne, who just recently got added last minute, right?
Yep.
We have Kimberly, Rosemary, Tasha Steelz, Kiera Hogan, Taya Valkyrie, Alicia Edwards, Kylie Ray, who's my favorite. I fucking love Kylie Ray. Jessica Havoc, such a fucking badass. I love her. And Nevaeh. Nevaeh, and of course the one that I'm kind of curious about, Su Yung / Susie. So you don't know which side you're gonna get. Yo, man, I freaking love Susie / Su Yung, man. I think she's one of my favorites, dude. There's so many characters in this match.
I love their women. Is fire. I mean, Tasha Steelz, she's young, but I mean her movesets are dope, and like them teaming her up with Kiera Hogan was like obvious but perfect at the same time. Like I'm here for it.
Yeah, definitely. I think this is a really good matchup. there are 11 bodies in here. It's a entire gauntlet match, so depending on the order, it's gonna determine who's gonna win. I could say Kylie Rae's gonna win it, and she could be like number 1 and get eliminated by the 5th competitor. You know that? So like, it's gonna be a long, grueling match. This should be really fun. I'm gonna be a homer, man. I'm gonna go for Kylie Rae. I think she should get it. I think she's one of the most popular women in all of wrestling. She's very likable. If I'm a wrestling promotion, I back Kylie Rae. I strapped a rocket on her and shoot her to the moon. She's that great. She's an amazing person, amazing character, an amazing wrestler. Actually, that's a big loss for AEW, and I keep saying that every time we talk about their women's division. If they could have kept Kylie Rae, that would have been the catalyst for me paying attention more to AEW, and that's why I pay attention more to Impact Wrestling. And honestly, I kind of enjoy Impact more than AEW. I'm not trying to be a hater just because we're the NXT team, but I do enjoy Impact Wrestling a little bit more. I was a big fan of the old TNA with Samoa Joe and AJ Styles. So I'm going back to the recap and the predictions. I'm sorry, Kylie Rae for me.
That's what I was gonna pick too. I mean, if you watch the show enough, you clearly see that they have plans for her, and I think by this way, to her winning this, you can drag out when she does actually go against
the Knockout Champ.
Yeah, the Knockout Champ. I always forget her name. I'm sorry, but yeah, because Kaylee Ray, I mean, she's dope in the ring, and she's actually like bringing Susie along as her like sidekick and like trying to keep Susie from snapping and going back to Sue Young. So
it's such a fun dynamic.
Yeah, I definitely think that's my pick to win too.
Okay, so Kylie Rae for both of us. Okay, got it. Next up, the best wrestling tag team in all of pro wrestling in the entire world. Obviously, we're talking about the North, Josh Alexander and Ethan Page. Shout out to Ethan Page for liking both of our tweets, for like trying to like plug him out there. Obviously, we were hyping him up. They're going to be defending their tag team titles against Ken Shamrock and Sami Callihan. This is a no contest for me. It's the North. They're the actual tag team here. And really, we're going to put the tag titles on Ken Shamrock in 2020. Go back and see what I was talking about Dolph Ziggler on the Extreme Rules predictions episode about putting the title on him in 2020. Same thing applies to Ken Shamrock with the tag title here in 2020. No, Josh Alexander, Ethan Page, give them the goddamn win here. They're literally one of the best tag teams around, and they don't get talked about. Everybody focuses on LAX, Lucha Bros, Young Buck, Revival, New Day, Usos. Nobody talks enough about the North, and I think they're highly underrated. Not because they're not good or anything. People just don't talk about them.
And that to me, they are the best tag team. I mean,
they're a great heel tag team too.
Yeah, he's lights out on the mic, whether he's a heel or a face. Then you got Anderson, who's literally your muscle and can wrestle and do whatever. Like, to me, I'd put them up against the Bucks, FTR, anybody you want to fucking throw at them. I think, and Ethan can go back and forth with anybody on the mic,
for sure.
Any promotion. Like, I don't give a shit who it is, including the MJF. So to me, they are the best tag team in the world, and they got the fire's name too. The North, that shit is fire.
Yeah, man, hell yeah. I'm with it, and also too, quick plug. Go check out Ethan Page's YouTube channel. Check out his vlog. Great, funny stuff on there. Next up, we got Moose's unsanctioned TNA World Heavyweight Championship match on the line. God damn it, that's such a long title. It's an old school rules match too. So Moose versus Tommy Dreamer. Man, Moose has been on fire recently. He's one of like the best things going for Impact Wrestling. It's got to be Moose. And come on, man. Tommy Dreamer, he's going to put on a good match, but he's not going to get no title off of Moose.
And the way that Moose is handling this, too, with this fake belt, like, it is, I mean, it's been lights out. And I love how he makes the announcer say it over, announce him like 2-3 different times when he's in the ring. Like, no, do it right. Do it like this. Coaching the announcer doing like shit. Like, Moose is, to me, he's probably my second favorite part about the whole show.
For sure. I think he's fucking great. Man, just give me more Moose, man. More fucking Moose all the goddamn time. So we're both in agreement here, right? Moose, we can move on?
Yep.
All right, cool. Next up, we'll talk about the Impact X Division Championship between the current champion, Willie Mack, and our boy, Chris Bay. Yo, this match is going to slap. I already know this match is going to slap.
These are my two favorite wrestlers in the whole promotion. I mean, Willie Mack, the things that he can do for a guy his size, like, it's damn near, if not Keith Lee, more than Keith Lee level. I mean, because he high flies a little bit more. But yeah, he's I mean, and he's just getting better and better on the mic every show. And then Chris Bay, I mean, it speaks for itself. That man, I mean, it's lights out. This is probably gonna be my favorite match of the thing. Probably still the show on this match too as well.
Yeah, and that's one thing that Impact Wrestling has always been known for is their Knockouts division and their X division. I wouldn't be surprised if this match is the best match of the entire night. What do you got here? They're both your boys. This might be tough for you.
I was thinking, what am I gonna do? But I think I'm gonna go with Willie Mack on this one.
Willie Mack? Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? Just to switch things up, I'm gonna go ahead and say Chris Bay because we've been agreeing on just about everything. And also, I feel like I would be okay with Chris Bay winning the title here. I think he should. Yeah. I would be totally okay with that.
I mean, it's a win-win for me either way.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. It's like choosing between tacos and pizza. You know, you can't go wrong here, man.
Facts.
So you got Willie Mack. I got Chris Bay. Moving on to the next title match, we talk about the other highlight of Impact Wrestling, the Knockouts division. We have the current champion, Jordynne Grace, by far one of the best women's wrestlers, if not one of the best wrestlers out there. Like, she's super, super dope. I love her whole, like, thick mama pump gimmick. She's fucking dope. She's great. Her
Instagram is wild, bro.
It's wild to say the least. She's taking down recently released NXT alumni Deonna Purrazzo. They've built up Deonna Purrazzo like a legit.
WWE fucked up.
They do that all the goddamn time. They signed all this talent and they don't know what to do with them. Then they go to a smaller promotion and get highlighted.
Her mic skills, like, why did you never give her a fucking mic? I never realized. Like, I was like, oh, okay, Purrazzo, she's dope in the ring.
Yeah.
But her mic skills have been what's carried this feud. Because Jordan's all right on the mic, but Deonna's her vignettes and her mic skills throughout this feud, and the fact that she's been snatching her arm off like nothing. Like, this WWE, they fucked up. There's no other way around it.
Dude,
they fucked up.
Look at her when she was with NXT. She was just saddled as like a tag partner for Chelsea Green, and look at Chelsea Green as an example. What are they doing with Chelsea Green? You look over it on Impact Wrestling. She was doing way more over there. You know, she was actually the women's champion over there. The whole hot mess gimmick really took off. So I don't know. This is tough, man, because I feel like it's a little too soon to for Jordynne to drop the title. But if you really want to build up Deonna Purrazzo as like a top star, maybe you give the title here. What you leaning here, man?
I'm leaning toward Purrazzo. I always fuck her name up. I'm leaning towards
Deonna Purrazzo.
Yeah, I'm leaning toward Deonna Purrazzo, just like you said, because it's the way to build her up and actually make her be like a force. Jordan's probably gonna win, but I mean, I'm picking Purrazzo for sure.
All right, I'm gonna go and stick with the safe bet here and say Jordynne Grace retains her title. I don't really want to like put too much stock on like how great they've been building up Deonna Purrazzo, because that looks like it might have just been all her work and her own vignettes. So we'll see what happens, man. Like we were mentioning, there were a lot of teases about some former WWE released alumni showing up at Impact Wrestling's Slammiversary. We saw a little tease of EC3's Trouble theme song play after a Moose match a couple weeks back. We have an Impact World Championship Fatal 5-Way match now?
I think that's what it was. Because I know it started out as a Fatal 4-Way, but on the I just watched the show on the I can't even think on the poster for it or whatever. It looked like there was 2 slots open.
Yeah, because I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it and it says it's going to be Ace Austin, Eddie Edwards, Trey Miguel, and versus mystery competitors. So I'm assuming it's going to be 2, because initially it was a Fatal 4-Way match. Maybe they were able to get it like a booking for 2 mystery guys. I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb here and say that one of them is going to be EC3, and he might just win he might just come in and win the title right off the bat.
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple people in there. I mean, EC3, and then I heard rumblings of Heath Slater signing too.
Maybe. You could see a Rusev. I wouldn't be surprised to see.
Well, he's got COVID.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's true. He just got recently diagnosed. Hey, they might not have a match, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Gallows and Anderson show up there.
Yeah.
They supposedly they are locked in. They're a done deal with Impact Wrestling. But they leave with the opportunity to go and wrestle in New Japan, which is a win-win for them, because then they can go do some Bullet Club stuff in New Japan, but stay here in the States with their families. So it's a win-win situation for them. And hey, I'm just saying, AJ, when you retire, if you want to, reunite the club one more time. Bring it over to Impact Wrestling when you started things over, man. I'd be down for that shit. Or bringing some Bullet Club people over to Impact Wrestling. It opens a wide range of possibilities. Obviously, this main event was set up because with the whole COVID situation, the pandemic, Tessa Blanchard hasn't been on TV, hasn't wrestled since the pandemic started. There was already controversy with Tessa, given the whole like allegations of her using racial slurs and being like a bully backstage. And they couldn't meet on an agreement for like a booking date, like to like a price for it to book her to come and drop the title.
Come to work because everything that I've seen, like
it's really came off as like I'm not coming into work. And her contract was expiring too, and she got released. She just got released. She got stripped of the title.
I think her contract expired at the end of this month too.
Yeah, it expired on the 30th. And then you had Michael Elgin, who was caught up with the whole I forgot the hashtag. It's the Speak Out movement. I'm terribly sorry. Yeah. It's a busy week. I have a lot of like going on, and I'm trying to remember everything. But because of the Speak Out movement, which I'm grateful for, because it's weeding out all of this negativity and all these toxic people and all these problems, all this trash that's in the wrestling business. Guys like Joey Ryan, gone. Guys like Michael Elgin, gone. I don't even know one of the guys, but one of the Chris brothers from OVE, gone, out of here. I'm glad. I'm all for it. We don't need any of that, especially in the main promotions. Even in the smaller promotions, we need to clean up wrestling for sure, man. But this is gonna be dope. We got Eddie Edwards, Ace Austin, Trey Miguel, and 2 mystery guys. I'm assuming one of them is gonna be EC3. Who do you got here, man? I'm a little biased. I'm a little biased towards Trey, man. I like Trey, but I don't think he's gonna get it.
I've actually met both. I've met Trey Miguel and fucking Ace Austin. I actually took a picture with Ace Austin. He was in a match. He was in a match and he was like laid out because it was like a multi-person match, and he was like laid out, like buying time. Yeah. And I reached over the thing and he did like a thumbs up for me and took a picture with him outside the ring. Trey. Oh, go ahead.
No, sorry. I was just gonna say that he seems like a great guy.
Oh, he's dope. Like, and he's young as shit. Like, I actually had no idea who he was. That was the first time I ever saw him wrestle, and I bought a shirt off rip.
For sure.
I told him, like, bro, like, you're dope. So if it wasn't for the mystery people, like, I'd pick Ace Austin for real. He's on a roll. He just got Madman Fulton added to him, so he's got the heater to come in and do some bullshit for him to help him win. But I don't know. I think I'm gonna take the field on this one because I don't know who the mystery is.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take the field here too. And be a little bit more specific and say it's going to be EC3. I like Trey Miguel. He's actually one of my favorite Rascals. Like, by the way, shout out to the fucking Rascals. They're the fucking bomb. They're amazing.
I've met them before too. And I saw them before they were the Rascals.
Yes, dude, all these people. This is why I fuck with Impact Wrestling so much. A lot of these people have wrestled here in Chicago, and I've seen like Moose, Tommy Dreamer, Kylie.
They were a part of in the Chris brothers and the big dude that's with Triple XL. They were all part of this promotion called Rockstar Pro here in Ohio. That Sammy Callahan and the Chris brothers, they ran it.
Yeah.
So I would go. Their anniversary shows will be fire. Like I saw, that's where I met Matt Riddle. Yeah. I met Ray Phoenix. I met Mike Elgin. I mean, even though that's trash, I wish I had now. But
oh my gosh, me too.
Yeah, like their anniversary shows every year in February are always fucking fire. They have all types of. Naito and them came before.
Yes.
Like they've had some shit here. So
nice. Honestly, now that I think about it, I'm looking at this entire card, except for like the mystery competitors because we don't know who they are. I think I've been blessed and fortunate enough to like either see these guys wrestle or actually meet all of these guys because they've came to a various indie promotions here in Chicago with AAW, Freelance Wrestling, and Warrior Wrestling, and I think even Black Label Pro.
I've been trying to get it to an AAW show for like 3 years, and every time I'm in Chicago, it's always the weekend before was the show or the weekend after. It never fucking fails.
Yo, you gotta come check out a Freelance Wrestling show, man. That should be later on the night. Standing room is cheap, dope. Ethan Page is actually was their world champion, the Freelance world champion, and then he dropped it to Kylie Ray before the pandemic.
Nice.
Yeah, so they do a bunch of intergender wrestling. I love it. This fucking dope. I'm excited for Slammiversary, man. This is the first Impact Wrestling pay-per-view we're going to be covering since Bound for Glory. I like covering the big-time pay-per-views. Obviously, we don't have the manpower right now, even though we like to cover Impact on a regular. But we might just like do like a live stream watch-alongs. If I have like a free Tuesday, we might start doing that, man, because Impact Wrestling is popping off again, man.
Like I said, I've watched. I'm caught up. It took me a couple weeks, but I'm pretty much caught up. I was just like, I had seen everything, and I'm like, man, let me check out Impact. See, and just luckily it was Ace Austin. It was actually their last pay-per-view. It was Ace Austin versus Willie Mack, and that shit was fire. I'm like, well, watching Impact now.
For sure, man. But I think that's all the matches. This is fun. Yeah. It's a busy and fun wrestling week for us, man. I can't wait. Like I said, give this episode a download wherever you consume all your audio podcasts. Give it a thumbs up on YouTube. Subscribe if you haven't already. You know, in case you are a new viewer and you do enjoy our content. We will be dropping some new content in the works. I'm cooking some stuff up. Me and RN, we're in the lab cooking something up for y'all. And this has been a Predictions episode. Go ahead and tune in Saturday nights for the Slammiversary post show right here on youtube.com/SmackRaw Podcast. But for me and RN and the rest of the Smack Raw crew, we'll catch you guys later on.